think the trigger for me was I was heading into my late 30s. I'd had my daughter 3 years ago, and my body shape changed completely after having Evie. The weight hadn't come off, and I was sick of wearing floaty tops just to cover myself up. My confidence was an all-time low, as was my energy levels, and I thought, no, I want to change this. I want to change for myself, I want to change for my daughter, and I want to have some of the confidence that I had before I had Evie.
I was a bit of a runner, but I sustained an injury and was not able to run for 3 to 4 months. I lost my running mojo, and basically the weight started to creep on, and I decided that I really needed to do something about it.
So I thought, no, the Wheel of the Year programme seems to be great for me. So I decided to join up, and that was 2 months ago. At the beginning I was a bit worried about joining because I thought, wow, this is not only like changing what you eat, it's also dealing with exercise, and heavy weights. And I was wondering, can I do this, and am I gonna have the commitment to stick to it? I've tried everything under the sun. I've done Slimming World, I've done Weight Watchers, I've done Lighter Life, and I've lost momentum and just given up. So I thought, right, will this work for me? And to be honest, I really shouldn't have worried. Lisa goes through the whole programme with you, especially training on the kettlebell side of it, which is amazing, and it gives you real confidence to know what you can and can't do. There's times I can't make classes because I have a little girl and family commitments and work commitments, and I'm confident enough that I can do the workouts at home. There's a class I can't make because I know 45 minutes at home and I'm done for the day, so that's brilliant.
I was a bit apprehensive first because I had never done weight training and I really didn't know what to expect, but I absolutely loved it from the very first minute. These instructions are fantastic. I then did the 28-day programme, and that was introduced me to carb cycling. It could be challenging at times, but I really enjoyed it, pairing it up with my exercise. And I lost 3 centimetres from my belly. My measurements on both sides balanced out. I also lost a few pounds, and basically all my clothes started to fit better. So after that, I decided I would go on to Lisa's Wheel of the Year programme and give it a whirl, as they say. And I haven't looked back. I definitely have less lumps and bumps than I used to have. And basically the Wheel of the Year programme for me now is a lifestyle choice, because I just don't think health and fitness is a quick fix.
So I wanted to change my shape. I was a size 10. I was exercising quite regularly, running, cycling, but I just didn't like my shape. I wanted to be curvier, leaner, and just tone up more. From the very beginning, I was hooked. And Lisa is such a wealth of information, so you feel like you just never get bored, and she talks you through every move so that you understand how they work, and not even just how they work, why you're doing it and what muscles you're working. So I feel like I've kind of understand exercise more now than ever. Training with the kettlebells has just transformed my muscles and allowed me to push myself more and really surprised myself at how strong I am.
I was preparing for a girls' trip away, and I knew the bikini was going to have to come out. I had consistently been running for 3 or 4 years, long distances, including marathons, and around the end of last year I stopped running, but I continued to eat as if I was still running. And I had a bit of a wake-up call when one day I thought I'd kind of shift a little bit of the Christmas weight, jumped on the scales thinking things would be a little bit better, and I was a full stone heavier than I thought I was going to be, even at my worst moment.
The eating side of it, again, I was really concerned about that, because you look at it and you go, wow, that's an awful lot of calories, how can that even be possible? When I looked at it, I thought, no, because I've been used to not eating a lot, and that's how you lose weight. However, this is completely different. Everything's set out for you, so it's absolutely grand. Lisa has explained everything. And initially, going along and eating all this food, I was like, oh, I'm going to just put on weight here. But that just wasn't the case at all. In the first week, I had lost 5 pounds. Within 2 weeks, my chest had lost 2 inches, my hips had lost 1 inch. I am now down a dress size nearly 2, and that's 2 months into the programme, and I'm just overwhelmed by the response my body has had to the Wheel of the Year programme. It's absolutely amazing.
I've never been in more control of my diet as well, and I feel like the protein shakes has been the biggest difference in my diet, and has not only changed my muscle tone and everything, but also my mood and how tired, like my tiredness used to be crazy, but now I feel like I'm so energetic. I've never been in more control of my diet as well, and I feel like the protein shakes has been the biggest difference in my diet, and has not only changed my muscle tone and everything, but also my mood and how tired, like my tiredness used to be crazy, but now I feel like I'm so energetic. So I don't even get hooked up on weighing myself anymore, whereas before I used to be really obsessed with weighing myself, but now I just know that I feel good, so I don't really need to. So yeah, it's all been thanks to Lisa.
So I knew I had to do something. I had seen some of Lisa's stuff on social media, and I decided to give it a try. I had realised in my running that maybe strength was something that I was missing from my training. The running was great, but actually I wasn't really the shape that I wanted to be, and I knew that if I wanted to improve my running, I really needed to actually build some strength. So the kettlebells looked like the option to help me to build up the strength, and Lisa was brilliant. She talked you through all of the form, really important to get it all right, really supportive, and good fun as well.
My confidence is really starting to go up. As you can see, it's a lovely summer day outside, and I'm wearing a sleeveless top. I don't think I've worn a sleeveless top in 4 years. One thing I will say about the programme, and it is great, is Lisa does go into a lot of detail. She explains everything. The website covers absolutely everything. If you have a question, she's very quick to come back, and she is always happy to help. But it's put like this here, it's on the website. If you need it, it is there, but she will come back and answer any questions. Her motivational videos are brilliant, and it really gives you a boost, you know, because there is weeks where you're just not feeling into it, or you're tired, or life gets in the way. It is great just to have that little boost and go, right, okay, well that's all right. And it is a programme that's long term. It's a change in lifestyle, which really suits me, because it means I know that this is going forward. It's not a quick fix. We're not talking 6 weeks. So I don't feel under any pressure. I just know that we just keep making these changes, and it really works.
I bought some kettlebells and I'm able to do some of the stuff at home. But the other part of the equation for me really was the eating and the nutrition. So I signed up for Lisa's 28-day body challenge. Now, it was tough, I'm not going to lie, but it gave me a full programme. It was completely worked through. The food that Lisa has worked through with recipes is really tasty, which is really important to me. I'm a foodie. So it was fantastic, and there was all the exercises and stuff worked in as well. I was able to come and do some of the classes, and I was able to do that at home as well. And my goodness, the changes I was able to see over that period of sort of 4 or 5 weeks. I lost a stone in weight, which was brilliant, because that was getting me back to where I had hoped I was going to be when I jumped on the scales after Christmas. But more than that, I could really see my shape changing. The upper floor of my belly was starting to disappear. My shoulders and arms were starting to get a little bit leaner. My arms were getting more toned. My bum was getting a little bit tighter. So all was really good, and I've been absolutely loving my journey with that. The next phase of that really is continuing with the classes, continuing to do the kettlebell workouts at home, but also now I'm part of the Wheel of the Year programme, which is giving me something which allow me to continue on with all the lessons I learned, particularly on the nutrition, to go forward and make that a lifelong kind of habit, focusing on protein, focusing on nutrition from plants and vegetables, and much less on the way of carbs, which I think is probably partly where I'd got to with the extra post-Christmas weight. So all in all, absolutely loving it. It's brilliant to be part of the tribe, and Lisa's always changing things up. We have great fun, and so I highly recommend.
The other women who are also doing Wheel of the Year are so supportive, and it's a lovely feeling to be part of a group of women who are there to help and support. If you have a question, you just put it out there. Someone always gets back. Feeling a bit low, again, someone always comes back and just, gives you a bit of a boost. And sometimes we all have different ways of doing things. Sometimes you have a week where, I don't really feel like eating those kind of foods, and this is what I'm used to. What do you do? And yeah, they come back and help. I have to say, since starting the programme, my energy levels feel great. My My skin is looking fantastic. For a change, my wedding rings are fitting perfectly. All that bloatedness has just gone completely. I feel wonderful, and I'm really happy just to keep continuing on the programme.